Welcome to the Art Mount video review for Transformers Generations Combiner Wars Blackjack. Blackjack is the chest piece to Menasor, although I cannot actually get him onto Menasor, which I'm going to show off in the Motormaster review. But he is also a Transformer in his own right. He comes with a little axe weapon. And I believe this is the car that's going to be painted into Rodimus later on. He's got some nice gold and purple detailing, as well as a nice tampographed Decepticon logo. Doesn't have any real paint on the back, but he's got some paint on these things that become his toes. And his headlights up there. And he's not very kibbly, which is nice. You don't really see any robot under there. For size comparisons, here he is with Tailgate and Swerve. They're pretty well scaled for each other. To transform this guy, you're going to start by popping this middle piece out from between these two purple bits. That's going to let you fold the wheel wells out, which become the arms, so you can rotate those. And then this whole section plugs in on these two pegs to the knees, and that's going to fold up and around like that. This part folds down onto the back, and this part folds down onto his chest, revealing his head. Then you just split the legs. And you have Blackjack transformed into his robot mode. Obviously he can hold his weapon. And he looks pretty good. He's a cool looking little guy. I don't really see how this is going to make a Rodimus figure. That seems kind of like a stretch to me, but for Blackjack he's really neat. For size comparison, here he is with Tailgate and Swerve in their robot modes. His articulation is pretty good. He has ball joints in his shoulders, which allow for a great range of motion. He also has a folding joint right here that allows for a little bit of inward movement. He has swivel on his elbow as well as a bend in his elbow. Doesn't have any hand articulation. Doesn't have any waist articulation. Ball joints on the hip. Ball joints on the knee. And no front. His head just rotates. And his head sculpt is pretty awesome. Gotta give him that. My final thoughts for this figure are that he's really, really cool. He doesn't do what he's supposed to do. I mean, he doesn't actually fit onto my Motormaster figure's chest. I just cannot get him onto the pegs for whatever reason. But I don't really knock him for that, because he's an awesome figure. His robot mode's really fun, and his car mode's really fun. So, I might just have to try to loosen up the two pegs. I don't even know where the other one is right now. There are two pegs on the bottom side of his car when he is in robot mode. I don't know where the other one is, but it doesn't matter. I'll show that off in the Motormaster review. But they're either too small or not the right shape or something. I'm not entirely sure. They just won't go on. I can't figure it out. So, that's kind of lame, I guess, but I don't totally care. I'll figure it out. He's an awesome figure. I recommend him regardless, and that's probably just a one-up figure problem anyway. I've seen other people who are able to connect him, so I know he doesn't always fit on both ways perfectly, but most people can actually get him on one way or the other. So I wouldn't expect that you'll have the same problem that I'm having. Other than that, he's an awesome figure. I think you will probably like him. I do a lot. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.